Paul Detlef will attempt to do both. That is, think on his feet and speak intelligently at the same time. He is not prepared for his speech. He has not practiced his speech. He does not even know what he will be speaking about. The Toastmaster has selected 5 random topics. Actually 6, Paul.
Uh-oh.
Without knowing what they are, Paul will choose one and attempt to speak off the cuff in the ultimate table talk. Please welcome Paul Detlef. And let's see, topics off the top of my head.
Oh, very good.
He's too much.
No, not that one? Okay, wait, I have some more in here you can pick from. Wait for it. Okay, that's the one.
Married to Johnny Carson.
Drum roll.
Your favorite author.
Have you ever read a book that you just could not put down? Have the words seem to flow off the page and into your mind? And just get you to think and take you to faraway places. Did it ever sink you into that book where you became the main character? Where you had the adventures? When good things or bad things happened to you? It was the person in the book it was happening to, but you still felt like it was you? And you felt energized, or you felt sad, and those emotions just come running through because of the words you read on the page. I have many favorite authors. Reading is a passion of mine because I enjoy that feeling I get of connecting to an author. The feeling I get of connecting to the main characters, or maybe even sometimes a sub-character, where I get to live their adventures. I get to live their life. Now understand, there's nothing wrong with my life. I have plenty of adventures of my own, and I'm thankful for those. But sometimes, you just become transfixed on the topic, on the adventure within that book, with the words on the page. And it transcends you into a totally different world. A totally different experience. Who are these authors that do that for me? Tom Clancy, John Grisham, Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke. Should I go on? Sandra Brown. Clive Cussler. That's a real good one. I love Clive Cussler. I don't know that I can pick a favorite author. Lately I've been reading a lot of history. Admittedly, I don't remember the names of all the authors. But to be taken back to a time long ago where things seemed simpler, for instance, Dana, 2 years before the mast. Who hasn't dreamed of being a pirate or sailing off on a tall ship? I know I always did until I read that book. Oh my goodness, 2 years before the mast, the life was awful. It was terrible, sickness, disease, cold and hot. So many things you had to go through. It wasn't just an 8-hour pleasure cruise and sitting by the pool. It was a lot of work. I do not want to be a pirate. I want their gold and their treasures, but I don't want to go through that work that they had to or the lifestyle they lived to. Reading books of actual history can also help you appreciate what you have today. I have another favorite author, 2 actually. One is myself. I am currently writing the history of my life. I am currently writing my own internal book, filled with pages of heartbreak, of success, joy, sadness. My my book is not finished yet. But I must admit, there are many times within the pages of my own book that I am taken away, and I can just become absorbed in it and live for the moment. The other second author is my wife. There is no other author in the world that can write just a few short lines that can make my heart swell, that can just make me feel like I'm on top of the world, to make me feel like I am the most important person out there. Now there's a downside to that. She also has the ability to make me feel like the worst person. Unfortunately, I have not read that chapter yet. I'm hoping that it comes with some kind of warning so I can just skip it and go to the end of the book where I live happily ever after. But that's another book that is currently being written. The life that I have together with my wife. Two of the most cherished authors in my heart, because we get to collaborate and write this book together. It is a book that we share with you. It may only be on Thursday mornings, but we share part of our book with you. You are characters in a book. Do you realize that? You are characters in Michelle and my book, and we cherish that. Really appreciate the contributions you give to helping us to become better people. My favorite authors.